How do you compare financially relative to your peers? All right, so this is a good report, which I very much enjoy. We're going to dive deep into it. This is a report from the Survey of Consumer Finances from the Federal Reserve. It's not some silly mutual fund thing or something that you get from, I don't know, freaking, all these clowns. They go, oh my goodness, we got the survey that says Fidelity. The average net worth of the average 401k is $22,000 in the red because it's just those things are stupid. This is the gold standard of surveys. The Survey of Consumer Finances. There's a couple other surveys. The BLS, Consumer Expenditure Data. We got the who does the HRA? University of Michigan Health Retirement Study, HRS, I should say. HHS does something too. I forgot what the Health and Human Services. I forgot what that one is. But anyway, SCF is the gold standard. So we're just going to jump into this. I just want to point out, we're going to kind of come down here. Let's see if they, this is here's the Federal Reserve, their reasons to promote maximum employment and stable prices. But they also want to promote consumer protection and community development. What? Is that really what we want the Federal Reserve doing? Community development? And DEI, of course. Okay. Yeah, let's go down here. We're going to show you. Pablo, come here. And I have it, by the way, if you wonder what I'm looking at. I like to print stuff off because I'm smart like that. I like it in my hands, and I like to do that kind of stuff because, well, don't you know you're polluting the environment? As a clown would say that as they're flying to freaking the Qatar summit on climate change. It's freaking idiots. All right, anyway, before tax, median and mean family income. All right, before tax, median and mean family income. All right, so check this out. I'm the age of 53. My wife is the age of 49. So the median, that's what we care about, is the median. 50% of the people have more, 50% of the people have less. 92,000 basically is the median family income. We don't care about the mean, that's the average. The average always skews towards the outliers, so it skews towards the highfalutin folks, unlike me. Our median family income is more than this, which is pretty cool, man. 92,000 buckaroos. We make more than that. We have the last couple of years. In 2018, we didn't because we just started our business. So that will lead to something else here in just a second. So again, the median family income in 2019 was 90,000 schmackaroonies. The median family income in 2022 was 92,000, an increase of 2% for people 45 to 54. And I'm at the highest category. Look at that. 35 to 44, 86,000. Less than 35, 60,000. 55 to 64 is 82,000. You can see that right there. So if you're over the age of 75, the median family income is $49,000. I thought everyone was running out of money. Everyone's impoverished. Oh my goodness, why? And they're losing money. Why would people over the age of 75 or more have less money in 2022 than they did in 2019? Because they're spending their assets. Shocking that. And let's check this out. This is silly too. This is all the idiots will say. This is why you need a college degree, because look, your median family income with a college degree is $117,000, twice that of just some college. Yeah, because again, this is skewing to the outliers. We're showing a lot of the doctors and stuff like that as part of this college degree. So anyone who graduates college is thrown in here to include all the highfalutin guys with a PhD, with a doctor, or medical doctors, all that. It's just stupid. But anyway, check this out. Us whiteys, we make more money than the blacks and Hispanics. So obviously America is discriminating in our behalf, right? Because they like our pale skin. Oh, wait a second. Asian people make more than we make. What the hell? That's racist. How dare you? And Asian people include Indians, Pakistanis, all that. Because Asian people come here and they crush. They crush. All right? They're doing great stuff. Oh, but and again, everyone's going to focus on whites, blacks, and Hispanics. Well, if you're Asian, you're being America's systemically racist towards you, apparently. Or maybe just Asian people freaking bust their butts. How about that? Housing status. Watch this. If you're an owner of a home, your median income is 94,000 schmackaroonies. If you're the renter of the home, your median income is 42,000. Well, why would that be? Because we're discriminating against renters? No, because a lot of times renters are young. When Charlotte and I first got married, we rented a house. We made no money. As we got older, we got a house and we made more money. Shocking. Percent of net worth. So check this out. If your net worth is in the 90 to 100 percentile, your median income is $300,000. That shouldn't shock you. The more money you make, the more net worth. If your net worth is in the 75 to 90th percentile, your median income is $140,000. Interesting. All right, so just the less your net worth, the less your income, the less your net worth. I don't think that would shock anybody. All right, but I thought was interesting here. I think we got it right here. The sources of income collected. This is why we like to use the SCF instead of a lot of the other studies, because the other studies don't include what I'm going to share with you. The sources of income include your basic stuff: wages, self-employment income, business income, blah, 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 blah. But it also includes unemployment insurance and food stamps and other related support programs provided by the government. A lot of the other ones don't include transfer payments. That's why all the liberals say, for America, everyone's impoverished, because you're not looking at food stamps and transfer payments. Interesting. Check this out, too. I thought this was pretty interesting. 2022, half of families in the top decile, those top 20% of the income distribution, owned a privately held business. Half. So we take 100 families in the top 20% of the income, half of them held a business, owned a business. There's something to be said there, isn't there? Our net worth right here. So before is the income, this is our net worth, all right? The median net worth in the United States is 192,000 schmackaroonies. That's the median net worth. All right, so let's go down here. If you're my age, your median net worth is $250,000. So if you're between the ages of 45 and 54, the median net worth, according to Survey for Consumer Finances, is $247,000. If you're 55 to 64, your median net worth is $364. If you're 65 to 74, your median net worth is $409. If you're 75 and older, your median net worth is $335. Oh my goodness, they're running out of money. Well, they're spending it down. That's what happens. Their net worth is declining because they're spending down their assets. Shocking. Us whitey's got a median net worth of $285, significantly higher than black and Hispanics. So obviously systemic racism in favor of us paleys. Oh, wait a second. Asians have twice the net worth than we do. Here's the big one. If you're a homeowner, your median net worth is 400,000 schmackaroonies. If you're a renter, your median net worth is 10,000 schmackaroonies. Why would that be? Pretty simple. A lot of homeowners are older. They make more money. They have a lot of equity in their homes. A lot of renters are younger. They're just starting out. It's just a fact. Thought this was interesting. The difference between net worth between urbanites and rural people isn't that much. 200,000 for urbanites and 150,000 roughly for rural people. Well, why would that be? Because urbanized houses are worth more. So the obviously thing here is you sell your urbanized house and move to a rural place. So here's a top 10% net worth, 3.7 million bones. That's if you have a net worth over 3.7 million, you're in the top 10%. If you have net worth over $1 million, you're in the top 25%. So all of you guys that have $1 million net worth, you're in the top 25%. Something else I want to show you though too. Watch this. For families that owned a home, the median net housing value was $201,000. That's net. So that's your property value minus your debt. The median net housing value was $201,000 if you owned a home. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. However, housing affordability did fall to historic lows as the median house was now worth 4.6 times the median income. All right, so we go to the median income, which was what? I think it was 70,000 schmackaroonies. Median income, $70,000. The median house is over about $300,000. So affordability is, it takes 4 years of income to buy a house. All right, let's keep going. So assets that people own. All right, so here we got retirement accounts. 54% own retirement accounts in the United States in 2022, and the median value is $87,000. Not too shabby. What I thought was very interesting was 16% owned cash value life insurance, and the median value is almost is about $10,000. Isn't that interesting? 11% own pooled investment funds. I'm not exactly sure how they define a pooled investment fund, but anyway, their median value is $150,000 for 11% of the population. But 54% have a retirement account, and it's worth $87,000 a median. And yet a significant amount of people still have cash value life insurance that's worth basically $10,000. But it's a scam. Remember that, Dave Ramsey? It's a scam. CDs. 6% of the population has CDs, and the median value is $26,000. Primary residence, right there, the median value is $323,000. Other residential, and that's 66% of the population has a house. The median value is $300,000, $323,000. 15% of the population has business equity that's worth $90,000. 99% of families own at least one financial asset, which includes transaction accounts such as a checking account, CDs, savings bonds, other stocks, bonds, pooled investment, retirement accounts, cash value, life insurance, and other accounts. 99%, which I thought was interesting, transactions accounts right here. The median transaction account, that's a checking or savings account right here, is $8,000. So remember they say, but people don't have they can't come up with $400. Man, that's just silly. That's just not true. The second most commonly held financial account continued to be retirement accounts, 100%. Rates of ownership of almost all types of financial assets remain below 10%. Amongst other type of financial assets, the exception being cash value life insurance. That's scam. That's scam. Remember, it's a scam, says Dave Ramsey. Let's keep going here. If you wonder what I'm looking at, just looking at the highlights I've got down here. Non-financial asset. The most commonly typed of non-financial asset was a vehicle. All right. Between the fraction of families owning a vehicle is about 86.6%. The conditional median value increased 39% to $27,000 as a median vehicle value. Ownership of primary residence increased to 66% in 2022. Yep. Homeownership rates have slowly increased over the past two survey waves, but remain about 3 percentage points below where it was in 2004, which we know was the peak of homeownership. Let's see what else I got in here. Anything else I wanted to point out to you guys? I got a couple things here, so let's see. Yeah, right here. Debt. We're going to look at debt. That's on page 25. All right. Pablo's, what, baby? What? There we go. Debt. Any debt. All right. So the percent holding, 77% of Americans hold debt, and the conditional median value is $80,000. All right. Primary resident, 42% of people have a debt on their mortgage, and the median value is $155,000. So again, if you have less than $80,000 in total debt, you are above average. If you have less than $150,000 in your resident home, you're above average. Now, I have more than $150,000 in the value of my home, so I'm above average debt-wise, for sure. But I don't have any other debt except for that. Pretty good. All right. We got educational loans, $25,000. That's why we got to really nip in the bud once and for all the educational loans, because it's just a transfer. It's a reverse Robin Hood, taken from the poor and giving to the rich, the administrators at the schools, the DEI professors or administrators and whatnot. Such a scam, dude. Let's keep going here. These numbers imply that almost 2/3 of homeowners have home secured debt, while just over 1/3 of homeowners own their home free and clear. And guess what? The persons who own their homes free and clear are basic retirees. I just read a study. I just saw an article today, as a matter of fact. Let me see if I can't pull this up off my my phone, my phone. I'll pause it real quick. Right there. The share of Americans who are debt or mortgage free is at an all-time high. Almost 40% of U.S. homeowners own their homes outright in 2022. Many of them are baby boomers who refinance when rates are low. So a significant portion of retirees own, a significant majority of retirees own their homes free and clear. That's a fact. So, the answer is all right there, man. Go into retirement, no mortgage debt, and you're going to be good to go without question, because you just don't spend as much. That's literally from Bloomberg right here. Very well. Changes the number of mortgage-free Americans by age 65 to 74. Almost 3 million households increased from 2012 to 2022 not having any debt on their homes. 3 million households. That's just that's freaking crazy, dude. And that's where I showed you West Virginia, Mississippi have the lowest. Over 50% of the population in West Virginia, Mississippi don't have any debts on their home. 50%. Other places like South Dakota, North Dakota, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Montana, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, South Carolina, Florida, Kentucky, North Carolina, even New York, Pennsylvania, over 40% of those people own their homes free and clear. It's good stuff, man. Credit card debt real quick, right here. Of those with credit card debt, the median family owed $2,700 in 2022, which is down 14% from 2019. In 2022, just under 35% of families held vehicle loans. That's fantastic. Conditional median balances on vehicle loans are largely unchanged, about $15,000 bucks. 2022 is $21,000, despite large increases in the value of the vehicles. So last thing we got is debt burden here, and right here. All three ratios, both, let's see, the ratios are what again? Hold on a second. F, Survey for Consumer Finance's data can be used to construct three measures of debt burdens: leverage ratios, debt to income ratios, and payment to income ratios. All three, both in the aggregate as median for debtors, decreased between 2019 and 2022, implying that families face lower debt burdens. All right. In 2022, the median leverage for debtors was 29%, its lowest level since 2001. Why are we never going to hear that? Because everyone wants to talk, everyone's running out of money. The median debt to income ratio for debtors was 95%. Debt to income ratio that's people who have debt, by the way. If you don't have debt, this is not even applicable to you. Holding steady since 2016, but well below its 2004 to 2013 levels. The median payment to income ratios was 13.4, the lowest level ever recorded. I mean, it's just all good stuff, man. And let's see what else we got. The aggregate leverage ratio fell from 16% to 10%. I guess we should define what leverage. Leverage ratios compare the amount of debt to asset value. So if you owe $25,000 and your total assets are $100,000 bucks, your leverage ratio is 25%. So you can see right here, 16.4% was the leverage ratio in 2010. It's down to 10.7% in 2022. Median for debt, this is just people with debt, all right? So this is just a debt towards people with debt. The median leverage ratio in 2010 was 41%, excuse me. So if they had assets of $100,000 bucks, they owed $41,000. Now it's down to 29%. So if they have assets of $100,000 bucks, they owe $29,000. Debt to income is pretty much, well, let's just see what they say here. So debt to income compares the amount of debt to the income levels, all right? And the amount of debt is just their total debt in the aggregate. So it's 124, the median debt to income ratio was 125 basically in 2010. Now it's below 100%. So that meant they had more debt than income by a quarter. So if they had an income of $100,000 bucks, they'd have debt, total debt, not debt payment, total debt of $125,000. Now if you have income of $100,000 bucks, your debt is down to $89,000. Debt to income ratio for debtors is now down to 95. That's just the people who have debt. Payment to income ratio, let's just see what they tell you it is here. Compares payment to income ratio, compare payment made on debt relative to income. Right? So here look at this, dude. 15% was the aggregate payment to income ratio. Now it's 10%. That's a 50% decline. And again, what is that again? It's the payment, compares payments made on debt relative to income. So we have $100,000 bucks. We're spending $10,000 on debt. I mean, dude. All right, let's just go to the appendix here real quick. The Survey of Consumer Finance is a triennial interview survey of U.S. families sponsored by the Board of the Federal Reserve. All right. Since 1992, data for the SCF has been collected by the National Opinion Research Center, a research organization at the University of Chicago. Right? They interviewed I think it was how many, right here, 4,600 families. They interviewed 4,600 families in 2019. They interviewed 5,783. So that's a little bit drop off the sample size. Still big enough sample size to run with that, though. And I think that's all I got on that. So how do you compare? And I'll put the link to, hold on a second. So I'll put the link if you want to read this yourself. Here it is right here. It's just good stuff, man. Just stop with the naysaying. Everyone's all, it's freaking stupid. All right, hold on a sec. Why can't I see myself? Not sure if you guys can see me or not here, but anyway, love your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the email list down below. And Pablo just shook, so he wants to. Everyone wants to see Pablo. That's all anyone cares about anymore is Pablo. God bless. We'll see you.